inches. I hit it!
You hit it.
Ah!
Hey everybody. So, walls are painted, ceiling's done. I am just about to start tile. I just got all set up. Took me forever. So I want to do a how-to on how to do this tile. I have a bag of mortar, and this I think I bought at Lowe's, but it's just tile mortar. By the way, some of the tools I'm going to be using here, I have this hand tile cutter, and then I have a tile saw outside. I got my bucket for my mortar mix, some water, a shovel. I got my trowel here, some spacers in this bag for the tile, and I set out some tile already. I got a level here to make sure that that tile's all level, and I think that's about it. So the first step of this is you want to position your tile and figure out where your cuts are going to be and what the distances are. So these are the tile spacers right here. I think they make them in different sizes. This one's 3/16, it's whatever grout size you want on there. So 24 inches perfectly is my grout lines plus my tile. I just saw an ant. I don't know what we gotta do about those ants. Anyway, 24 inches exactly is both grout lines and my piece of tile. And my room is 59 with the drywall, just around there, which is gonna be 24 means 48. 48 minus 59 is 11. So it's not quite half. I want to cut one of these at 11 then. And this saw, or this tile cutter right here, not very precise. I have a pretty cheap one. Maybe the higher end ones are better, but not very precise at all. Slide this into your tile cutter in position. This has a blade on it. It's just a little metal wheel. Not even sharp, but it scores the tile. Then it has a foot on there that you can push. And it snaps on your cut. But see how I got a little chip there? Won't matter one bit because this is going to be against the edge. But this type of tile cutter never cuts very clean. Now what I want to do to keep all this even is find the middle. 23 5/8. 11 13/16 is middle. So the reason I mark that right in the middle is so that my next piece I can keep all the spacing exact. I can line the middle up with the grout line, and then I have staggered it perfectly. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm going to lay out at least up to this wall all my pieces, and then I'll come back and mud them down, just because I can set them on and space it and be that much faster without worrying about my mud drying on me. So I just cut one of my pieces for this toilet. You can kind of see the shape there that I'm going for. And just real general, because the toilet's going to sit a whole lot wider than this. So just real general on that shape, nothing matters there really. Now I got to do my other piece that goes here, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. Should have showed you on this one, but I didn't even think about it. So you can see the general shape there, and I'm going to walk out to my tile saw and show you how to do that. Okay, so I just wanted to show you guys how that cut turned out. And that's our finished cut right there. Well, I just finished cutting all of these pieces except for the last row. The reason I'm leaving the last row is because this is my most critical measurement right here to make sure there's no gap right by the carpet. And this is all just, I mean, it should be 100% accurate because I've spaced it out, but just in case something changes when I mud it, I can't cut this yet. I have cut my pieces lengthwise, but not widthwise. So now it's time to mix some mortar and start throwing this together. By the way, cutting all this was really quick. I mean, it took a whole lot of time to prep this. Probably something stupid like an hour and a half to prep, getting ready to start cutting tile, getting all my equipment set up and gathered. The actual cutting of this probably just took an hour, maybe an hour and a half at the most, which I thought that would be longer. And now mudding goes pretty quick too. I think I like that consistency. You want about a milkshake, maybe a hair thicker, in my opinion. So real quick, by the way, the teeth on this, they're made to make these lines in the mortar, which allows you to kind of settle it, makes little air pockets, allows you to settle it, position it how you need it, rather than make one goopy big spot. And then I always, with my finger, just wipe off the excess around the edges so that it doesn't bleed over into your grout lines. Just helps keep it a whole lot cleaner. First time I did tile, I didn't do that, and the grout lines were full of this mud. Made just a huge. They even stuck up higher than the grout lines, so it made just a huge mess of having to chip that out and clean it up. So anyway, that's what it looks like. So got the floor done yesterday, and now we're mixing up some grout. And I'll show you how to do that. So I just vacuumed the floor, and I'm gonna wipe it with a wet sponge just to get off anything in the grout lines, like right here, if you can see it. That's just a little bit of messy mortar that's on the grout line. So anyway, you have to clean up that grout line, otherwise it'll show a different color in your grout and not look good. Way too liquidy. This grout's a little bit old. It's the same grout we used in the last bathroom, and it hasn't hardened, but it's all dirt clotted. So it's pouring out funny. Right there. You want your grout pretty thick. Want to help?
Yeah.
Okay, here's what we're doing. I'm giving you a sponge. You can start right here. You see these lines? We're just trying to clean up the lines like this. You just gotta wipe them real good, okay?
Now we're doing the mud.
Yep, now we're doing the mud.
Look.
So this gets messy, but you get your float, your grout float, which is like a hard, dense sponge.
Daddy.
And you're gonna get a bunch of mud, throw it in the grout line, and fill up the grout line as much as you can, so that you don't leave like an air pocket or something like that. And then you squeegee it off. I guess is what you would say.
Daddy.
Squeegee it off.
Daddy.
Yes. Come on in.
Are we gonna take
So
her?
just my preference, by the way, I am not going to do the grout line that's touching the tub. I am going to get caulk to do that one because I want it to be waterproof, and I don't want to worry about the grout ever. You can seal it to make it waterproof, but it's kind of a yearly thing, and I don't want to worry about that, so I'm going to use caulk to do that. What do you think about that, Link? So all I'm doing is kind of working it in there. Then you can scrape off the excess.
Are you trying to paint this all black?
The lines. Just the lines.
No, it's got my toes, Dad.
I was trying to.
Why?
I'm just teasing.
But can I help do that?
Yeah. Are you watching to see how to do it? So it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
Why?
This is really nice tile because it's really glossy, has a really nice finish to it. So it just wipes off pretty easy. Some other more porous tiles, it's a huge mess. So now that I've laid my first bead of grout, I'm gonna wait like, I don't even know what. I didn't read the bag this time. I'm gonna wait like probably a half hour or 15 minutes, something in that neighborhood, for this to set up a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back with a very damp, not wet sponge and just wipe off the surface. Mainly I'm wiping off the surface of the tile, not so much worrying about the grout line, but that's gonna smooth it out, make it look really good. Typically you gotta wipe down the whole thing real lightly, like 2-3 times to get all the surface grout off the tile, and then you're done. Okay, Max, come over here.
Come here, Mama.
It's Lincoln's turn. Okay, Link, this is what I want you to do. You see you got some mud on there?
Yeah.
You just push it in. You're just pushing it in the hole, okay?
Okay.
And start right there. Push that in.
Good job.
This sideways, and you just push it.
Me now. Daddy.
I'll let you help, baby. Hold on. And now that we pushed it in there,
No.
Link, you're doing. Have you done this before? Link,
What?
you are concentrating.
Looks awesome, bud.
Okay, baby, can you push that piece in?
What?
No? Do you want some more mud? I can get you some more. Come here.
Huh?
Okay, now push it in the crack.
Very good job, Maxwell.
You're making a mess.
That noise is hurting my teeth.
You're just smearing this.
You're such a good little
Okay,
helper.
let's come over here and go right there. Here, I'll move this over. Okay, now push that in like this.
He does a smeary little face.
Good job, baby.
Okay, baby, all done.
Good job.
Thank you. High five.
Maxwell.
So tiles in, grout's in. It's been a day. It's all hardened. I'm gonna seal the grout now, and it's super easy. All you do is get some sealer and an old toothbrush, and you dip your toothbrush, and all you do is wipe on the sealer on the grout. And you want to put it on really heavy, but that's all there is to it. Then when you're all done applying it to all the grout, you just get a dry cloth or paper towels and wipe up the excess, and you're done.